Tonight in our 7 Upfront segment, high school sports return just as those frightening numbers are released. Joining us now is Mark Ewell, the Executive Director for the Michigan High School Athletic Association. Mark, thank you for being with us this evening.
You bet. Good evening.
Well, high school football returning, are you concerned about any COVID-19 outbreaks, and how would that be handled?
So I think you've always got to be concerned. What's been interesting is the data that we've been following the closest are from our two southern neighbors, Ohio and Indiana, who both states started football on time. Indiana's almost at the halfway point of their season. They're already into game number 4. Ohio a week behind. And what we saw from our two southern neighbors is that their COVID data from August 1st when they started practice has really been unchanged going all the way through yesterday, September 10th. So what that tells us, and high school football is going on this fall in 33 other states in the country, many of whom have far more challenging COVID numbers than what we do, despite of today's in this week's slight uptick, that it can be done and it can be done safely. And we do know that kids are going to be playing, kids are going to remain active, and we feel that they're the safest in our school programs with our professional educators following the very strict guidance that we've had in place since late July.
So the safety seems to be working in certain places.
So far, so good. I really think that in the school setting, given the fact that there's accountability, that coaches are accountable to athletic directors, to principals, to superintendents, and ultimately to school boards, I think we're having the best compliance of nearly any level of sport that's currently going on.
Well, we heard the governor clarify mask requirements. What is your take on masks for football and other sports?
So it was the guidance from Governor Whitmer this week through Executive Order 180. It removed the mask requirement for kids involved in active participation in 4 of our fall sports. Certainly cross country was the most needed. Difficult to compete with a mask as you run 3.1 miles as quickly as possible. Tennis, golf, and swimming. The 3 other sports, volleyball, football, and soccer, currently do have a mask or a face covering requirement in all parts of the state. And we've really been working with our schools the last 48 hours in how to handle this, how to enforce it. Again, finding that right balance between keeping everybody safe and healthy with the COVID concerns, but yet also making sure that we don't have kids who are overheating and are struggling with issues with oxygen in and carbon dioxide out.
Well, and that was my next question, Mark. I mean, any concerns from kids or parents about how these masks are affecting workouts and play? Are they okay?
So we are getting some, certainly some strong opinions. Of course, this wasn't an MHSAA rule. This is all mandated at all levels of amateur sports by an executive order. So really what our role has become is to give as much guidance as we can to identify those face coverings that are legal, that do meet the rule. But yet, there's also entrepreneurs out there that have been very creative over the recent months and trying to create masks that can be comfortable, can allow air to get in and out, but yet also complying with that EO.
All right, be nice to see that protection happen in the helmets too, maybe at some point.
Absolutely, and that those marketers are already far ahead of us with everything from the what they call a splash guard, which is a full helmet shield on that, as well as the more cloth-based type face coverings that are also part of a helmet. So during the pandemic, the equipment suppliers have moved quite quickly, and so there are a lot of options out there for kids and families.
And it is nice to see the safety out there and the kids and families able to do and participate in what they love. Mark, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.